Greetings YouTube. I'm replying to a video where it is asserted that the deluge myths of the world give credibility to the flood of Noah in the Bible. I viewed a video response on this where someone said the nations of the world would have, of course, all experienced floods and used boats to escape dangerous ones. I would extend this only by saying it is especially plausible to say that they did not have our drainage infrastructure, so the floods were much more intense. Also, I would like to state that the archaic people of the time did not have an understanding of nature via science, and therefore explained the unexplainable with gods and their wrath on sinful people. Good examples of this occurred recently with 9/11, when theologians claimed Americans were being punished for their wickedness against God. It is important and interesting to point out the locations of ancient Israel, Judah, Phoenicia, and Mesopotamia. Mesopotamia is to the north, with the nations of Sumer, Babylon, and Akkad, and it was fed by the two rivers, the Tigris and the Euphrates. The land of Canaan to the south of Mesopotamia housed Phoenicia, a very large naval power of the time, and later the Hebrew people would go on to form Israel and Judah, also in Canaan, the people of the Bible. Who would better make ship measurements? You tell me this. I mean, obviously the greatest seaside naval power of the time would have been the Phoenicians, and the river people would have merely been the Mesopotamians. So who would have made a better ship measurement? Just tell me that. And the real question is also, when was Genesis compiled, and by whom? If it is in Josiah's time, as many scholars believe, which was 1400 years after the Epic of Gilgamesh's earliest found documents, which were found in the 3rd dynasty of Ur, where ironically enough, Ur was the name of the town where Abraham came from in the Bible, which that dates back to a time of 2100 BC. It's very hard for me to find that a compelling argument, and I don't know about you, but it doesn't really tell me that Noah's story was actually true because of the deluge myths. Anyway, I would love some input from those of you interested in biblical archaeology, though, and history, and science as well, you know, literary, any kind of literary arguments on these things. I'd love to hear that. And, but I think it really refutes that, so please rate my video and subscribe to me if you would. Thanks a lot.